Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the new series of videos in which we will talk about ESP32 Dev Kit. So ESP32 Dev Kit contains ESP32 chip as a microcontroller on it, and it is a quite small development board than the Arduino Uno, and it's quite cheap as well. So as you can see over here, on the left side, that this is the development board with quite a small chip and quite a lot of GPIOs, that is the input output pins. So it operates on 3 voltage, and you can see in this that there is a power LED on it, and there's an onboard LED that can be used as any blink operation or other basic programming. And you can see this the 3-volt regulator over here, and this is a programming IC. Is one in a reboot button on it, and it also has an enable button. So moving on towards the pinout diagram of DevKit. So DevKit comes in 30 GPIOs and 32 GPIOs. So over here you can see a lot of GPIOs with additional functions as well are present. So approximately I think 10 GPIOs are with touch sensors in them, and then we have TXRX, that is the programming IOs as well, additional programming IOs, and we have I2C connections in this, and we have auto digital converter pins as well, and digital to analog as well. And there are, you can see a lot of IOs. These are input only, these 4 IOs are, and these are enable, and a lot of, we have 3-volt connection for this for any input we're gonna give to LED or any other sensor. And there's a V in connection. There are 2 grounds on the board given for the GPIO connections. Then moving on towards our first program that we're gonna try is Blink program, and we will be using Arduino Ide for programming it, and I will show you how to program that as well. We will first go with the onboard Blink LED, and then we will go towards the breadboard connections of this type LED and resistor in the loop. So moving on towards our program side. So over here you can see we have to add the ESP32 in this Arduino IDE, so it does not contain in the boards, already present boards in the IDE. So first of all, we're gonna go into the preferences, and then we will be shown this tab in which we have to put this URL. So I will be giving this URL in the video description, so you can take it from there. Then after that we will go into tools, then we will go into boards, and then board manager, and we will search ESP32 over here. So as you can see, I've already installed it, so you will install it from over here, and after doing that you can select the board easily. So then you will go in boards, and you will be seeing this ESP32 board. Then you will go over here and select the specific board that you have. You can select ESP32 dev module or dev kit v1. So do it as ESP32 dev kit v1. So I will be selecting dev module. So moving on towards the program of Blink LED. So first of all, we have to define the pin number with which we will connecting our the signal connection will be going from that pin. So input output pin that will be. So we are first defining that pin. So you can just define it by any name, but by defining you will be saving some space. So you will define writing LED or any other name you want to give to LED, and then you select the pin number. After that, we have two functions in the Arduino IDE, that is void setup and void loop. So what does void setup do is it runs one type one time, and void loop runs again and again in a loop, so forming a loop. So after that, we have in this void setup we have pin mode LED output. So this pin mode is configuring to LED. First, we will write what parameter we are giving is LED. That was LED 2. Pin output was 2. So it is making that LED pin, that is 2 number pin, as output pin. That it means giving a connection, giving a positive output as well. So after it is triggering it on in an on mode, is this output pin in an out on mode, we then going into the loop. So in void loop we have this commands, that is first saying delay 500. Writing this delay function, you will be giving 500 milliseconds a delay. If you will write 1000, you will be giving 1 second delay in an LED high and low. So in digital write, you are writing to LED as high in the first, which will mean you are triggering in the setup mode. You are selecting the pin 2 as an output pin, but in loop you are giving LED high. It means you are giving a 5 volt or a 3 volt, a high impulse or high voltage output as well, high voltage output from pin 2. Then you are giving a delay of 500 seconds, and in the next command you are giving digital write LED low. It means you are giving a low voltage. A low voltage means a 0 volt. So you are making pin 2 as a low pin output. So as you have understand this program, so now we will be moving on towards our hardware side.
So moving on towards the hardware, so here I have made the circuit. So over here we have ESP32, and with that we are having a resistor in series. If I just focus, so D2, that is digital 2 output, is connected in series with the resistor, and this is 220 ohm resistor. And then we have an LED, and the positive terminal, how you can determine it is that the longest leg of the LED is the positive terminal, which one is the longest, and the second one is the negative terminal of the LED. So positive is connected to the resistor and the negative is connected to the ground. So if I just insert it like that, so this is our in series. So this resistor is connected in series with the LED, and then the ground is connected with this white wire, and this ground is coming into the ESP32 ground. So if I just plug in, my code is already been uploaded, so you can see our LED is blinking. And we can also change the duration of the blink by just changing the delay. So over here it is now half a second, so now I have changed it to 1000, and you can see it is taking 1 second in getting on and 1 second getting off. So if I just change my LED to another LED, that is an RGB, so you will be able to see different colors in 1 second. And now I have changed it to only high, that is it will not be blinking, but only high signal is being provided. So You can see different colors by this RGB LED. So this is quite nice if you want to play with different colors of LEDs and make your project look cool. So that was it from this video. Thank you very much for watching.